Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Brought down to the 32, so good job by the returner there. First down here for this offense. Motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll try the right here. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Instead of trying to pin the opponents deep with a punt, they'll go for it on 4th down. First drive of the game. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Send the back in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the out route. And they get him down after the completion. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw again. He's moving out of the pocket now. He'll try a pass here. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Offense right to the line. Playing with tempo now. Handoff to the back. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on the opening drive from their own territory. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Using his legs on the scramble. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, He sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, to keep this drive moving.
Fights through a tackle. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. And they'll run the jet sweep trying to get to the edge. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And they tack on the extra point. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has to recover. Looks like the hands team did its job.
Chris, I just don't understand the logic here to go for this onside kick so early in the game, but I guess you can appreciate the boldness.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it. Over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Touchdown, Ohio State. This quarterback on fire today. And now the try here for the extra point. And it's good. The kickoff team on the field now is able to get set to send this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and the pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. The receivers got it on a jet sweep. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he finds the running back in the flat. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitching kick.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They've converted both previous 4th down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31. Kentucky getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up.
Well, it's a blown opportunity here for this defense. They get the offense all the way to 4th down and long. They got to get pressure. They got to get this offense off the field, make them pay for this aggressive decision to go for it. And instead, they give up a 1st down. This could cost them.
This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. And the single back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The offense going with the hurry up. They'll run it to the left. He's found some room at the 45. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. On the run here, lets it go. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Catch made on the left side. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now. Ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Trying for a 4th down completion. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30.
Chris, this is a great example of the awareness for both sides of the ball. The offense knowing where the 1st down marker is on 4th and long, and they're able to get to it. But the defense also has to know. They got to prevent the receiver from getting to the marker, and they're unable to do it here.
They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution of championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? First play of the drive, to come out throwing. Looking for the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Tries the right with a quick throw, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Buckeyes looking to run some tempo here. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Catch hauled in here over the middle.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Back in motion now. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Point after, not right through. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return begins inside the 10. But he's got some space here. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. You talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Second down, looking to throw it. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Looking to chuck it again. And here comes a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Chris, here on 4th down, I thought they might be a little bit more conservative, but give them credit. They take a shot downfield and hit it for the first down and much, much more.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Buckeyes are in the red zone. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
This defense is hanging tough, and they punch it in from the 3 on 3rd and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
This one is right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 1st down and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That run moves the ball across the 40. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's brought down out at the 46. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground?
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll try to add to the lead now with PAT. PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Cannot escape, and down he goes. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So from the 18-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Grab made by the tight end. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Under pressure, just lets it go. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. He's going to take off here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. And he's able to do that right here.
Here's the 2nd down play. The D coordinator showing heavy blitz pre-snap. Lets it go quickly. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Inside the 20. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And after the point after, it's a 35-17 game. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner trying to create good field position. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. On 1st down, it's play action. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Back to throw again. He lets it go. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
You said it as for the offense. 1st and 10. And now the running back's got it again. Breaking free at midfield. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. They weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. 2nd down play coming up for this offense.
Boy, what a good job by this defense of trying to put pressure on this mobile quarterback. Here's another example of what he can do. He looked like he was going to be down for a loss, and instead is able to fight through it. But I'm going to tip my cap to this defense. They knew what they were facing today, and they're doing a good job of containing him and applying enough pressure to be able to offset this offense.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And the wideout goes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. The ball is loose. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession. This offense is already 4 for 4 on 4th down conversions. Why not go for it again? They'll change the pre-snap look now. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Touchdown, Kentucky. And this one is getting ugly. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Got him. He's sacked.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
Defense is coming after him. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Well, this head coach clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down, looking to throw the football. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a short completion of the tight end. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he'll be taken down, but